Ain't nobody going to be covering my back. I'm going to be on my own.
Tonight, the sheer scope of Russian meddling in the U.S. election dramatically swinging into the open.
The takeaway from today's hearing, we're all targets of a sophisticated and capable adversary.
In the first public hearing since the launch of the investigation, senators and witnesses laying out vivid detail.
The other part that I think we should be looking at is follow the trail of dead Russians.
National security expert Clint Watts warned that Russia is still interfering in U.S. politics.
This past week, we observed social media accounts discrediting Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, hoping to further foment unrest inside U.S. democratic institutions. We will watch them play both sides. They might go after a Republican person in this room tomorrow, and then they'll switch. It's solely based on what they want to achieve in their own landscape, whatever the Russian foreign policy objectives are.
And while President Trump wasn't the focus of the hearing, he and his top associates were rarely far from the minds of the witnesses, citing statements made during the campaign.
He denies the intel from the United States about Russia. He claimed that the election could be rigged. That was the #1 theme pushed by RT, Sputnik News, white outlets all the way up until the election.
I would hope that the president is as anxious as we are to get to the bottom of what happened. But I have to say editorially that the president's recent contact with his wild and uncorroborated accusations about wiretapping and his inappropriate and unjustified attacks on America's hardworking intelligence professionals does give me grave concern.
Both sides stressing that the probe will be thorough and nonpartisan.
I realize that if we politicize this process, our efforts will likely fail.
The bipartisan Senate hearing standing in stark contrast to a stalled effort across the Capitol, where even House Speaker Paul Ryan is now calling for calmer heads to prevail.
I want the House committee to have a full and thorough and bipartisan investigation. This has gotten a little political. Let's take a pause and let's just get all the evidence, all the documents, and find out what happened. And what I'm worried about with Russia is you've got elections coming online in Europe, this year.
House Intelligence Committee Chair Devin Nunes meeting privately today with the panel's top Democrat, Adam Schiff, who just days ago called on Nunes to recuse himself from the investigation after Nunes secretly went to White House grounds to view intelligence about surveillance he says picked up and, in some cases, unmasked Trump transition officials.
The context is we had a foreign power intervene in our election. We need to understand what they've done here. We need to understand if they had help of U.S. persons here. That is the mission.
And Wolf, as the House panel tries to get its investigation back on track, one of the key things that was really uncovered or at least talked about during that Senate panel hearing today is the fact that this meddling didn't just end in November of 2016. It continued. And as you noted, Wolf, Marco Rubio rather dramatically acknowledging that he was a target, not just during his presidential campaign and also when he announced his run for Senate in 2016, but just as recently as Wednesday morning, targeted by IP addresses located in Russia. It's very clear. Not only is this issue not going away, it's not going away anytime soon.